Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, get a stretch. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What I'm trying to figure out is why did I have this battery on? Interesting. I'm going to turn that off because, yeah, that one does not need to be on. Okay, yeah. Well, maybe later, but not right now. Huh, wonder why that's on. Okay, cool. Cause like it should be at 100%, but it's like at 93, and that's because I guess it was on, and it was like some kind of like I guess phantom thing was on. I gotta check that out. Neither here nor there. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on, because I'm the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by doing untilit.works, it allows me the opportunity to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on. For example, actually going today, my plan is I'm going to be releasing a 7-inch record. I'm looking to do a series of 7-inch records this year. I've been talking with different artists, like musical artists. And so I think I got like 3 out of the 4, I think, that I'm looking to release this year, kind of like in the process. So just about lining things up. And so they're in different stages of like readiness, I guess you can say. And so I got some artwork pieces of artwork that this person is looking to use. So I might try and see if I can like put together something. So I'm gonna work on that. There's some coding stuff I want to work on. Some 3D modeling stuff, I think. Well, I'm waiting for a part to kind of come in so I can kind of like make sure when I do my measurements, like it was accurate. But we'll see if I can get something working with that. So stuff like that, because if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And so by doing untilit.works allows me the opportunity to be able to work on stuff like that. Untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. With any cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like 45 minutes, heads down, working on, trying to make some progress. Break sessions are these where I'll pop up on the video to remind you to take a break. You can get up, walk around, drink some water, and or sit here and watch me talk about something I found interesting on the internet. The whole point is to let your mind relax and not think about the thing you were just working on. Like I mentioned, I will pop up on here in the video. If you ever come to the site in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. That's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio, and that's why the notice there below, so you may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is a button to open closed caption. I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. I wonder if a package came in. I'm expecting a package. Oh, it's on its way, I think. Yes. What? Okay, we'll see. All right. Yes. Cool. Oh, and that reminds me, the message I want to add to one of my projects that I created is like a dashboard, and I want to do it to whenever I update an order, it will send an email to the person. So I must maybe add that also today. I found a library I want to use, and I will see if it works. So we'll see. What was I done? Oh yeah. So I'm using speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. So if you click that button, open closed captions, a space will open up, and hopefully the words I'm saying will be transcribed accurately and placed in that space. Then there's 2 buttons. Don't worry about them. They're broken. I'll fix them at some point. There's a countdown timer, kind of when the next work session will start. And then if you like to chat, ask questions, join the room, there's a link to do that. All right, cool. So I am tired. We had like a longer show yesterday on the radio show because so much is happening. And so it kind of like pushed back everything. So I went to bed later than normal. And so, yeah, should be a good time. I'm gonna try to relax, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been back to work, and I'm gonna try and relax. A lot of stuff happening at work, which is cool, you know what I'm saying? And there's some projects that I'm working on. I got something done. Now, due to certain technical limitations, I couldn't get everything I wanted, but it works. The thing I wanted to add, I added to it, right? It was just like nice to haves, but technically it's not possible right now to do it. The other things I want to do, the nice to haves. So I'm happy with the progress. I'm going to go and show like my manager it tomorrow and see, if I can push the final version. And so, um, yeah, and then there's another one I'm working on, a couple other demos that might be used for something. So yeah, so I'm gonna make sure those work. But yeah, and it's one of the ones something I'm kind of interested in already. So and it should technically work. So I don't know. I'm getting off topic because I'm tired. All right, so let me show you what the work session looks like. Work sessions will look like this here. Over in the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. On the left, there's an audio player. So if you want to listen to some tunes while you're working on what you're working on, you can do that there. Here towards the center, is the to-do section where it says add a task. You type in your task, hit enter or the plus button, and it'll add it to the list of tasks. If you click the text, you can edit the task. If you click the X button, that'll delete it. If you want to mark it complete, click the checkbox and it'll send it to the done section. So if you click that header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. Click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab or window, and it'll open up a tweet and it'll pre-populate it listing all the things you got completed with like little check marks next to them. For me, it's like a nice visual way of showing and seeing that I got some stuff done during this week. Even though if I don't get anything done like for the rest of the week, at least I know I've made some progress on some other stuff I've been meaning to work on. So that's there. Now, over the right-hand column, we have a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you don't have a thing that you've been particularly wanting to work on, but you still want to feel productive, and you heard web development sounds pretty cool, well, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've seen from the curriculum and what people have told me that have gone through them, I think if you complete those programs, at the end, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing web development. So those are there. I also have, if you're already into web development and you're looking for some like cool projects that you can, go ahead and get started and, start and finish. And then while you're working on it, get the creative juices going so that at the end, you can maybe like extend that project or maybe create something brand new. I have links to 3 tutorials that go to the Vonage developer platform. I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage, and part of my responsibilities are look over tutorials. So, which reminds me, I got to write another like tutorial. So for example, one of them is you following the tutorial, you have this web application. It has an input box and a call button. You put in your real world phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real world phone number will ring, and you'll be able to have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where is the opposite, where you get your application, you tie a virtual number to that application, you assign it to it. From your real world phone, you can call that virtual number and be able to answer in your web application. That's something I'm looking to work on also, something similar. So that's pretty cool there. And then have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where like 2 users like log into an application and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. So yeah, I think those are pretty dope. You can check those out there. Hako will come back to. Show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. Don't worry about the highlight thing. That's part of the stuff that's broken. It was using a third party, and I'm not sure what happened there. So don't worry about that. I'll fix it at some point. Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder / Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you can create a Hako, which is a room that you can then invite people to join the room. And the hope is that together as a collective, you'll be able to get the help and or feedback on a thing that you're working on. So if you're to click view Hako, it shows you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the creator's name to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on where they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not you'd like to request to join the room. I also added this filter by keyword list. So if there's a specific subject that maybe you're looking for, maybe you can find it in the list here, and then you'll be able to filter or narrow the list of different Hakos by that, and so you can find what you're looking for. When you click create a Hako, you're presented with this form. You put in a title and 3 keywords. You hit create, it'll generate a unique URL that you can then copy or click to share to Twitter. Now, when you join your Hako, it looks like this. We have the title here at the top. Over on the left-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. You can open the menu for some more options. We have a text chat here to the right. On the left, there's an audio player. You can copy the, not audio. On the left, there's a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. You can copy the URL again, and you click to share to Twitter. Now, when someone clicks your link, they don't automatically join your room. They're going to be requesting to join your room, so it'll show up under pending. You can click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether you like to approve or deny them. And if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them and kick them out your room. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen, because again, the point of the Hako is for you to get the help and or feedback on a thing that you're working on. I think by being able to share your screen, you can show others exactly what it is that you're working on, and so that they have the context to be able to get you that help and or feedback on what you're working on. Like I mentioned, on the right, there's a countdown, there's a chat room. So the way that works, you put your message here towards the bottom, hit send, it'll add to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. But don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along, because what people are saying, we turn into text and put into the text chat. I also added the ability to enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, or if you're not looking at the text chat or the Hako, you can still follow along, because messages put into the text chat will be read out aloud by your browser, and that way you can still kind of follow along. All right. Again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created, and then that's it. Cool. Nice. Let me get y'all back to work, because I want to get back to work. I really need to start getting the post radio show promo stuff done earlier, because it's been slipping more and more every time. And so that's what I'm going to focus on for this next work session, and get that out the way. All right. So with that being said, something's supposed to be delivered today, and another thing that's supposed to be. So, all right, cool. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to send you all off with some traveling music. This right here is one of my favorite producers of all time. Goes by the name of Nujabez. The track is featuring Rapani B. It's called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy. Peace.
Let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. But let me start from the heart. I just want to stay. I thank you all for showing love to me. I appreciate this unique opportunity. I'm gonna rock so hard you never stop supporting me. I'm gonna show you how music is more meaning to life. I thank you all.